So I'm not sure if this is working properly. I was on set today and heard some disturbing news. And then we just wrapped a little while ago, and I got the confirmation that Charlie Kirk has been shot dead by some psycho, by some evil piece of garbage psycho human being. We're supposed to live in a country where we communicate, we can disagree, we can not get along, but live and let live is part of that societal agreement. And I found a clip that showed the beginning of that situation where he was at a Turning Point USA debate with students as he's done hundreds of times before. And the final question he got was about mass shooters. And he said, are we including gang shootings? And the person at the microphone said, okay, good. And he got shot. And they say they've got the shooter in custody. I pray to God, FBI, Kash Patel, school security, whatever police were there, please tell me you got the guy that was at the microphone. Please tell me you nabbed the guy who teed up the shooter. It's a progressive, what would make an interesting movie script, psychotic way to set things up. And unless that guy had an earbud in, was somehow listening from 200 yards away before he pulled the trigger, listening to Charlie's speech, more likely he was maybe in communication with somebody on the ground level. Please tell me they got a hold of the person that the question was posed by, the person at the microphone. The last individual at the microphone, there's got to be tons of cameras on that guy. I know Charlie always films the people at the mic. So if you were the guy at the mic and you set it up, you're on camera, bro. 1,000,000,000%. Make sure that that person is questioned before anything gets muddied. Any of the waters get muddied. This is not the road people want to go down. I'm telling you right now. I was a liberal my whole life till about 2016, and I went libertarian at that point, and now I lean even more conservative because of the crazy stuff that's trying to be pushed on people. But the most important thing, the divisiveness that my former side perpetuates, the hatred, the vitriol. People are on TikTok and different platforms mocking him getting shot, thrilled about it. You think that's normal behavior? The same people who acted like thoughts and prayers and then a day later wish that the Trump shooter was a little better shot. And which side is the side of evil? Which side is the side of violence? Remind me, because I know we used to say on the left it was the other side, the gun-loving side, all that good stuff. But the ones cowardly murdering people, trying to murder people from a distance, it seems to be the left, constantly the left. I can't believe there's no middle ground. I can't believe that people can't get over their hatred of Donald Trump and their hatred of people on the other. They're human beings on the other side. They're Americans just like you or I. This is not okay. This is not okay. And the road it goes down, the same road it was going down. I messaged about it yesterday with the girl from Ukraine, Irina, who got killed, murdered on a friggin' light rail bus or train, whatever you want to call it. People just stood around for like over a minute and a half and did nothing while she bled out on a chair, alone by herself. She left the war-torn country to get a better life for herself and was murdered. Working, going to school, trying to do everything right, murdered for existing, for being on the bus, for being on a light rail. And I said then, you don't want this. You don't want people you disagree with hating you or so angry at you that they want to fight back. Especially when it comes to political, the left versus the right, majority of the guns are on the right side, on the right-hand side, the conservative side. You can make your pretty little Civil War movie and think it's all wonderful. You think that's how it's gonna work out? Do you wanna go down that road? Those who forget history are doomed to repeat it. The bloodiest war we've had was a civil war. The people pushing this are evil. The people that think this is a good idea are evil. And they don't care how many regular, everyday people they would call peons, because that's the way those people think. They don't care how many of them get squished like grapes in the process so they can see their chaos. You want us to walk around like nothing's happening and act like everything's great, everything's wonderful. You want campuses, everybody's got to be unarmed, everybody. You're not safe like that. Charlie having a gun on him wouldn't have saved him today. That girl having a gun on her wouldn't have saved her on the train. But maybe somebody could have done something about it. With the girl, they definitely could have done something about it. The guy was right there walking around with a knife, bragging about it, how he got that white girl. And this person that they gotten away would be bragging about how they got Charlie Kirk, and there's people on TikTok and different websites celebrating it like psychos. These people are deranged, celebrating another person being murdered in cold blood because he doesn't think like you. There are people who viscerally think differently than I do. I don't want their blood or their death. Do I want them to leave me the hell alone, leave my children alone? Yes. Go live your own best life. It's not a good road to go down, people. We better start communicating as a nation. We better start caring about each other a lot more, or this shit's going to go in a really bad direction. Political divides, the left versus right, black versus white. What the hell happened in the last 10, 12 years? We were going so far in a good direction, and somebody threw the brakes on and said, no, let's back the train up. Let's get that division thing going again. These divides don't end well. These people hating each other on either side. We used to communicate. We used to disagree. I used to have debates with my Republican friends. You're crazy. You're crazy thinking about this, thinking about that. On typical conservative versus liberal things, the ideas about freedom of choice and things like it is. I still agree with freedom of choice. You have your own life to live. You have your own choices to make, your own decisions to have about how you want to live your life. And as long as you're not hurting or hindering anyone else, I don't give a fuck. You want purple hair? You want ear piercings? You want a hoop in your head the size of a basketball net? I don't care. Dangling from your ear? I don't. That's you. Do you do you? Do I think you're mentally deranged? Maybe not okay. Maybe. But that's your life and your choices. You don't push it on my family. You don't kill innocent people on a train. You don't murder political speakers who are trying to unite this country because you don't agree with how they're doing it. You don't like who the message is coming from. You've forgotten, don't shoot the messenger. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but names and insults will never hurt me. We forget all that stuff. We somehow got all caught up in our feelings and everything's not exactly the way I want it to be all the time. So I got to murder people. People wake up and smell the coffee before it's too late. This is ridiculous. This is evil. This is horrible. The man's a father and a husband. He has little kids now who are going to grow up without their dad. Because somebody said, I don't like Charlie. I don't like what he said. Are you serious, man? death penalty for that shooter. And if you guys find out that that guy at the microphone was in cahoots with him and working with him, death penalty for that guy too. We got to bring back public hangings. We got to bring back public execution so people see that they're going to reap what they sow. People seem to have forgotten. Oh, worst case scenario, I'll go to jail or I'll off myself. No. How about skip the middleman and just off yourself if you're that miserable and horrible and hateful and evil? Just get rid of yourself if that's what you got to do. Again, your choice. But don't be coming at people like that. This divide's got to stop, man. These guys got to. People got to give their head a shake. We need to bring back institutions. We need to bring back mental institutions and give people a place to go to get their heads back together or to stay if they can't get it together. If they're a danger to themselves and other people, that's where you need to be. Not on the street, not a threat to passersby or a killer looking for a target. That's compassion. Not just shooting you in the face is compassion. There's got to be better ways, and we got to figure them out. We got to figure them out fast. I got to go. I got to drive back to see my people now, talk to my family, and find out more about what's going on. But if they haven't already talked about this, I don't know. I haven't seen any of the coverage really. I just saw the clip really fast. I saw Kagan Dunlop. Thank you for sharing the information, bro. Hoorah, fellow soldier. Well, I was a soldier. He's a Marine. Thank you for sharing that, sir. You do great work. Keep it up. Keep up the great work. Keep your head on a swivel the next couple of days, for sure. Hopefully this is the last evil thing we're going to see for a while. And I send love and prayers and thoughts and concern to his family because that's all we got right now. And it's not meaningless and it's not worthless. We have one true God that we believe in that cares for us and watches over all of us. And he's watching over Charlie right now, and he's got him in his arms right now and in his grace. And hopefully he's going to be there for his family because I can't imagine what they're going to be going through and what they're going to be feeling like right now. It's horrible and horrendous and unconscionable, all rolled into one big evil ball. Sending everybody peace and love. We'll talk to you later.